Hi, hello, welcome to BEL English. Today we are going to look at an opportunity provided by a Canadian-based company in the hotel industry. So this opening is permanent job and it's a full-time job, and irrespective of your education background, the company is open to employ you. So before we get into the details of this particular posting, if you are new to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell button next to it so that you'll receive regular video updates. So now this opening is with a company called Tandoori Fusion India Cuisine Limited, and the position is for cook. The hotel is located in Vancouver, British Columbia, and the position is actually enabled in Canadian skilled labor category. So you will be entitled as a skilled worker in Canada, and you'll be open to apply for your PR and soon enough, as soon as you're employed and with an experience of minimum a year plus. So this job detail is like the duration of work is about 40 hours per week, and you will be entitled to have a salary of $25.5 per hour. So the terms of employment is permanent employment, and your type of employment is full time. So by this you mean that you are by this you actually can rest assured that you are treated as a full-time employer. So you are treated as a permanent employee in Canada, which means you will get through the all benefits. You will get all the benefits which are eligible for the Canadian permanent employees. So you'll be part of their labor law, and you'll be abided by it, and you'll have all the benefits of Canadian labors, and that's when you'll have all the settlements. So jobs related settlements, health related policies, and then your retirement settlements, everything would be taken care automatically by the employer. And most importantly, this employer has already applied for LMIA. So LMIA we have already discussed enough during the previous postings. So he has already applied on LMIA, and he has showed that there is a shortage of this particular skill, and he wanted someone to fill as a foreign employer. So foreign employee. So he has got the approval from LMIA, and he is through it. And the requirement is English. So you are supposed to have language fluency for communication and understanding in a better way. And even if you have a high school certificate, that's more than enough. So with a high school certificate and the minimum of the communication of English and a minimum of a year and less than 2 years of experience is fair enough for the employer. So even if you have minimal experience, you can write it up to the employer explaining your experience and creating a proper portfolio that would actually trigger the employer. That might actually open way for you as well, because people might think like if you don't have the 2 years of experience or less than 2 years of experience or not with even a year of experience, there are chances that those people could also have a skill level, higher skill level. So when it comes to skill level, it's all that the employer is looking for, someone who's smart enough to adapt to the environment and make it a better working space. So that's when he actually thinks, like that's what he looks for from any of employee. So that's why he is mentioning the experience. Even if you are not with the sufficient experience he is mentioned, it's always good to actually let him know that you possess these skills and share some portfolio which you already have, so which would actually make him to think if you might suit for the position. There is always an opportunity. Trying doesn't hurt you, but it's an opportunity. You're trying to knock that opportunity that might turn up. Let it get turned up. If it is not, like nothing you're going to lose, so just give it a try. The specific skill he is looking for is train the staff in preparation, cooking and handling the food. You have to train the staffs over there, and you have to train them on cooking, handling and preparation of food. Service kitchen staffs and helper. So service, you have to provide service to the kitchen staffs and the helpers, and organize and manage buffet and banquets. So you are supposed to organize and manage the buffet and banquet arrangements, and then order the supplies and equipments required for your daily operations. So day in and day out you might be requiring a number of products, so you are supposed to order those supplies and equipments. Inspect the kitchen and the food service area, so to make sure that you are adapting to whatever the protocol is given by the employer. So prepare and cook special meals for the patients as instructed by a dietitian or chef. There are possibility where some people might turn up as a restaurant customer and ask for specific food to be made in accordance with their diet plan or in specific to their chef's advice. So on those cases, you are supposed to prepare it accordingly. So maintain inventory and record of food supply equipments, maintain the records, and prepare, cook, and complete meals or individual dishes and food. So you have to prepare and cook a complete meal or individual dishes of food. Depends on the situation and scenarios. Plan menu and determine size of food portion, estimate food requirement and cost, and monitor and order supply. Again, that comes like all together from end-to-end operations of a kitchen in a restaurant. So you are supposed to plan everything, like you have to train the people, get the equipments and order supplies, and then you have to make sure your guests are attended properly, banquet arrangements, buffet arrangements, and then requirements, cleanliness, everything, like end-to-end maintenance of a kitchen operations. So the cook category is categorized as general cook, and the cuisine specialty is East Indian. So he has specifically given that someone from East Indian cuisine specialized person with which should be categorized as a general cook category. And additional skills besides the actual mentioned skills requirement, he would actually give preference with people with these additional skills, which is like cooking dishes for specific people with allergies or intolerance. You might heard of people who have like intolerance to lactose and intolerance to certain type of seafoods or intolerance to a specific spice as well. So depends on people to people. So in that case, you are supposed to prepare dishes accordingly without affecting the core flavor of a dish. So you have to think on those terms as well. The work setting would be a restaurant. So you'll be working on a restaurant. The work condition would be fast-paced environment, which is very common on these days on an urban area. Being a location in urban, this restaurant would definitely have a fast-paced environment, and you are physically demanded. So you'll have to actually do, besides your regular cooking preparation, those things, there might be situations where you have to assist people, you have to lift certain things, you have to transfer certain things, you have to move the positions of certain equipments or grocery items or some supplies. On those cases, you might be physically demanded and you will have to stand for an extended period. Being a cook, you are supposed to stand on the kitchen, you are supposed to maintain a decorum, and you have to walk through the floors to make sure all the cooks and all the service people are actually working appropriately, for which you might be undergoing a long standing duration. That would be an extended period. So that is how the work location would be, and that's located in urban area. So which means that you'll have a lot of footfalls and people coming into the restaurant quite often. So compared to rural, urban area would actually have a lot of people pouring in. So that's why he has mentioned. And the personal suitability, you have to be a flexible resource. So as we have been seeing different postings, flexibility is something which is very core, which is very essential for any employee to make sure he is able to maneuver with people across him. So unless you are flexible enough with the team and with the employer and with their rules, protocols, and then people's reasoning and other team members, you won't be able to get through the entire operations of a, be it a restaurant or of an organization. So the flexibility is very important here, and then you have to be a team player. Besides being a flexible person, you are supposed to be a good team player. You should have excellent oral communication. Only then you'll be able to interact with the people. You have to give guidance to the people. You'll be able to give them suggestions, tricks, tips in order to make sure they serve the customers who drops into the restaurant with utmost service. So dependability, you have to be a resource of dependence. You have to be a person of showing proper reliability. So you should have that integrity in order to showcase yourself as a proper person to trust and rely on you. So reliability and dependability is something which every employer is looking for. Basically, in any working atmosphere, you will have that situation where employer would have some sort of arrangements where he'll depend completely on his employee who is on the lead position, who is actually able to take care of his entire operations. because only then the employer would be able to think about the development aspect. If he is getting into the day in and day out operations, he might not be able to think about the developments. So that is when he requires someone to assist him as a proper employee who is much dependable and reliable. So you have to stick to the company, you have to make sure you serve them better, you'll serve for a longer duration. So those things are expected from any employer. So this employer is open for assisting any employee groups, and he is providing equal employment opportunities for all the indigenous group, newcomers to Canada, students, youth groups, and everyone is being treated as equal, with the equal importance by him. So I guess I've detailed about this job posting. I have given the description link in the description box through a reference website. You can cross check it, you can go through the post by yourself, and once you go through, you are very well to apply for this job. How to apply? You have to apply through an email. Write a detailed email with an updated resume and portfolio. If you do have certain photographs or better portfolios, hard copies or soft copies, try to attach them along with your email, which would actually impress the employer. Make sure you present everything you have to showcase your actual ability and skill, so that the employer would consider your profile immediately. So you can do that very well. So write an email, detailed email with an updated resume, your portfolio and photographs of your achievements and any certifications, whatever, which shows you are able to crack the position, which shows that the employer to consider your profile, which makes him to treat you as a special person who can definitely knock this position. So in that case, you will be able to get through this opportunity. All the best, guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to share it with your friends. Definitely it will be of helpful for someone who is stranded either in a foreign land or in the native land. So definitely it will be of helpful for them. Try to help them out. So share it with your friends. Like the video. Comment if you have any questions or queries. I'll be pleased to assist you. Subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Support the channel and click the bell button next to it. So we'll see you soon with another new job posting. Till then, take care, guys. Bye-bye.